This video is brought to you by...
Hey, what's up? What it is? Yeah, it's your boy AC Green. And we at the end of the year again. And what I came to do is to come and thank you personally for supporting the brand all year long. And also what we want to do over here at Cool Green Clothing to show to you our appreciation and love and support for you that you've been having for us all year long. What we're going to do is we're going to kick Black Friday off early just for you. So go online right now at coolgreenclothing.com and take advantage of these amazing sales that we got going on right now. And also, by the way, you already know, if you ain't cool and getting the green, you're in the way. And that's just basic.
What's going on, YouTube fam? This your boy Tony 2 times, and we back with another episode of the Baltimore Way, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. Definitely watch this video to the end to hear the full story and all the details in the case. For the day one fam, y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel and you feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. Let's get right into the story. We all know that the streets make their own rules. There's certain unwritten laws that a few might go by, but it's been a long time since the days of principles and respect. While it used to be no women or kids, no matter what the beef was about, especially if they were innocent, that code has been thrown out the window a long time ago. Now, if your enemies or ops can't catch you, the first thing they go for is your mother, kids, or something close to you. It's a cruddy game. In some situations, you can understand, okay, yo did this or hurt somebody and they decide to do something to get their lick back. That's fair if you out here playing ball in these streets. But the levels of beef, revenge, and targets has definitely went to a new level. Family houses getting shot up, grandmothers getting shot at. It doesn't matter if kids is outside, people sliding, hitting civilians, innocent people, and all. Now nothing or no one is off limits. Also making it hard for regular people too. For example, your brother is a street dude. He does something hot and everybody know who did it. You would think as they sibling, like I'm good, especially if you are not in that lifestyle. But trust me, if they can't get your brother, you become an easy target to bring him out. Guilty by association. And once it starts and blood sheds, the street cycle continues. But sometimes it gets so cruddy, you gotta ask yourself, like why? And on this episode of the Baltimore Way, we'll discuss how the Baltimore streets swallowed 4 people in the same neighborhood. Back in 2014, Avery Little was a 20-year-old young man living on the 5200 block of Danmore Avenue in the Park Heights area of the city. Avery lived with his mother, 43-year-old Miss Larissa Little, his stepfather, 60-year-old Leroy Agnew, and his 5-year-old little brother. Living in the area of the city known for a lot of activity, it was common for Avery to hang outside or to be on the block. On January 28th, 2014, this day was no different. The block was jumping. Outside was Avery and about 10 other people, including a 25-year-old man named Darrell Crawley. The group eventually got into a verbal altercation. As things got heated, Avery, who was right by his house, walked inside, grabbed a gun and a knife out the kitchen. As his mother tried to stop him, there was nothing she could do. He went outside, hit Darrell with a glass table before stabbing the man in the neck 2 times, then loading the gun and shooting him. As the crowd ran off, being that it was a hot spot, BPD was already in the area and heard the shots. They headed to the block and saw Avery bopping fast before then running off. One police chased him in a car while one was on foot. Avery was tracked down and detained. That's when police noticed he had blood on his shirt. The officer that was on foot found a .38 revolver right by the area Avery first started walking off in. He was placed in a patrol car. Back on Danmore, BPD found Darrell laying on the porch of 5220 apartment B, suffering from multiple wounds. A .22 caliber handgun was also on the porch. Also was another victim, a 30-year-old man who was shot once. Unfortunately, Darrell was pronounced gone on the scene, but the other victim survived and was in stable condition. Avery was taken into custody and held on pending charges of first-degree hit, assault, and weapon violations. But BPD had a problem. Nobody was talking, including Avery. The next day, detectives went back to his house to talk to his mother, Miss Larissa. She really didn't have any rap and told them she didn't know what happened. But the police stayed persistent and asked her to come down for an interview. As they asked her questions about her son, Avery, Miss Larissa informed them she didn't want to be a witness or testify in any kind of way. Police informed her that they understood, but said Avery put her in a messed up situation and she needed to protect her youngest son, saying, "We are not stating you are a bad mother, but we know you were home and saw everything that happened." Scared and being a mother herself, feeling for Darrell's family, she agreed to tell them about what she saw. Her son got into a verbal altercation with some men, including Darrell, then came in the house to grab a kitchen knife. She told police she pleaded with him. Then seconds later, she heard loud noises come from outside. When she got out on the porch, she found Darrell pleading with Avery after already being stabbed. But then she stated her son loaded up a gun and then shot. They asked what happened next. She stated nothing. The young man died. As she cried and begged detectives not to put her as a witness to testify, Avery's court dates started coming around. The case seemed pretty open and shut. He was almost caught in the act. A few months would go by. Then on October 7th, 2014, on Avery's second court date, his mother still wasn't willing to testify on her son. But it was a bigger problem. Nobody had heard from Miss Larissa or Leroy, and that morning, their front door to the house was wide open. Police got a call to the same house on Denmore Avenue. When they entered the home, they found Leroy laying in the bed, shot multiple times, and Larissa in another room also shot, which seemed to be execution style. Unfortunately, they were both pronounced gone at the scene. Thankfully, the baby boy, Avery's little brother, wasn't home at the time. As news got out about the older couple, police felt it was connected to Avery. Also, the other man that was shot the day everything happened accused Darrell of shooting him and Avery being his homeboy, alleging Avery was just trying to protect them. But now it was more bloodshed and violence. But no leads or suspects were ever found in regards to Larissa's or Leroy's murders. And it was determined Avery was hurt and only found out his mother was gone through other people he was locked up with from the Park Heights area. 3 years would go by and Avery's trial date came up, but his mother and stepfather's case would go cold. As Darrell's family let it be known, he was a good young man and the situation devastated the family. His mother spoke on the young man being a mama's boy and said she feels like she lost her life the day her son left and had to explain to his son why his father wasn't at his soccer games no more. The state accused Avery of snapping the day of the incident and resorting to violence, but his attorney argued he was defending himself, but the situation just went too far. A recorded tape of his mother's police interview was played in the courtroom, but the judge quickly stated it couldn't be used because Miss Larissa was no longer alive or able to take the stand. In the end, Avery's first-degree hit charge was dropped to second degree, but he was found guilty, receiving 30 years for the hit with another 20 for weapon violations to run consecutive. There was never any information regarding what happened to his family. Rest in peace to Darrell, Miss Larissa, and Mr. Leroy. It's crazy how the same block claimed the life of 4 people within a few months. Darrell, Larissa, Leroy, and Avery because he got 50 years. I'm not sure if the situation with his mother was connected, and I won't speculate, but violence usually starts and ends with more violence. The state was trying to say Avery set his own family up so his mother wouldn't take the stand. That came out to be false. Plus, she already let it be known she wasn't testifying on her son at all. In a matter of 10 months, all this happened, as the street cycle has claimed so many lives in the same city, on the same blocks, shattering generations. But hey, that's the Baltimore way. Man, crazy story. I send my prayers and condolences to all the victims and their families, everybody that was involved in this tragic situation. But yeah, I ain't gonna speak too much more about this one. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Definitely be respectful. That's another episode of the Baltimore Way. It's your boy Tony 2 times. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. Love, fam. I'm out.